Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the next item in the main ring, which is our machinery parade. After several successful years demonstrating how it was done in the olden days with vintage and classic kit, this year we've decided at the Border Union to bring you right smack bang up to date with all the latest tackle that's available from all the local dealers who've come on board to help with this fantastic display that's planned for this afternoon. And as you can see, we have all the nice shiny brand new tractors and implements coming round the ring just now, headed off from Ancroft Tractors, the Massey Ferguson. Of course, they're all four-wheel drive nowadays with the cabs, with air conditioning, comfortable seats, music systems, you name it, MP3, Bluetooth, everything like that's in them nowadays. And on the back is the Vogel Newt 5-furrow slatted moldboard reversible plough. And this is the type of machine that would be used to plough down the stubbles to start to create the seed bed for the following crop. And once the ploughing was done, then a machine like this big case, CVX Case IH 230 from George Marshall Tractors, the new Case IH dealer in the Borders at St Boswell's, and it's pulling a Great Plains cultivator press, which is a sort of machine that would be used to go into the field, unfold it into its full working width, and then it would work across the ploughed ground, cultivating it down further and compressing it and consolidating it ready for seeding. And Great Plains, a company as you would expect from North American pedigree, but now manufacturing down in Norfolk, and the Simba range incorporated into their tools today as well. Now from Lloyd Tractors, who's got a big celebration on their hands this year. It's their own 50th anniversary as well as the 50th anniversary of Basildon, where these New Holland tractors are manufactured down in Essex. And this is one of the latest T-Series New Hollands with a Vaderstat 3-metre box drill, a Scandinavian company Vaderstat, and a very, very popular drill combination. The seed goes in the large hopper there, and then the discs slot a track for the seed to be fed down through, and then the compacted wheels compacted on the top to seal it up, ready for germination. Sheriffs have the latest John Deere tractor, the 6000 series John Deeres, with a set of Dalbo folding Cambridge rollers, which just compact even further and close up that seed bed to conserve the moisture, consolidate it, roll down any clods and stones. Now every crop needs a top dressing of fertiliser to give it the nutrients it needs, and Dodds of Jedburgh come along with another of the 6000 series John Deeres with a KRM bog ball fertiliser spreader, which throws the fertiliser out either side on each disc. And then for crop care, from Crop Services, we have the Sands 4000 self-propelled sprayer. And as you can see, the sprayers now come in self-propelled form with all the hydraulic booms, and they can spray away out 30 odd metres nowadays. They can really cover the ground, and hopefully diseases are all kept at bay. The crop's gone into a good seed bed. We've had lovely growing conditions, and then you have a year like this where the sun keeps on shining and the crop ripens beautifully, and already the combines have been out. And here's one that has done a bit of work already this harvest. It's from Colin McGregor at Coldstream Mains, his combine. This is a class tractor from Rickerbase that's pulling the header round, and you can see with the size of the header, the width of the combine is a lot longer than some of the combines were even just 30 years ago. Now the header is coming round the edge of the ring. It will park up, and then the combine itself will come into the ring, and they're going to hitch the header on in the ring, and then the combine will get to move round the ring, showing you just the size of these big machines nowadays. Absolutely massive pieces of kit, capable of fantastic workloads. And this is always a skill bit to get the combine in and lined up. The headers in these things are so big nowadays that the reels are actually split into 2 sections. It's a 40-foot header, and the last combine I drove not that long ago was a 20-foot header, and we thought that was big, and this is double that. And when these combines are set up and going in good conditions, you have to run to keep up with them. Such is the appetite of these big combines nowadays.
Look at that side there.
And the McGregor Farms case, tractor and Stewart trailer will now collect the grain as it's discharged from the tank. We're going to have to get well out of the way this time. I'm usually dodging about some of the smaller bits of machinery, but when it's this big, I'll have to keep well back. But there you go. Up the ring it goes, the header's going round, the thrasher's going round, and the grain is now discharged from the combine tank. Some combines now, the electronics are so sophisticated with GPS systems that the combine driver can actually take control of the tractor driving alongside, and the tractor driver just sits back and the combine driver can control the forward speed of the tractor, and he can place the trailer exactly where he wants to fill it up. Now, once we have about the straw, it's ready to bale. And from Henderson Grass Machinery, this modern Valmet T163 with a Lely Welger 245 baler will come along and bale it up into round bales. They've become probably the most popular form of handling straw nowadays, the round baler, ideal for livestock. And then all the bales need to be handled and cleared off the fields, and Kelso and Lothian harvesters have this JCB load all with a McHale bale grab, and it's typical of the sort of equipment you would see in a modern farming setup. And there we go, class combine coming down the far side now. The Lexian range is really their showpiece range, the high capacity combines. Famous for the range of forage equipment as well. And then the Case IX tractor. The plant is out in St. Valentin in Austria. And then the Stewart trailer is built up in Inverurie in Aberdeenshire. A real market leader in modern trailers that have to have all the safety issues such as brake system, suspension, all the lights. Many of them have weigh cells, etc. in them. Very sophisticated piece of kit now, the modern tractor. Now we have a pre-form bale inside the Welger baler, which has now been dropped out the back. And then the load all will get round and square onto the end of the bale. You'll see the McHale grabs opened out, drops it down onto either side there, and he'll squeeze the clamps together with the hydraulic services, and then he'll pick the bale up and deposit that in a stack or on a trailer, or just it to the side of the field until the straw is needed for sale or for bedding livestock for feed. Now all the machinery is now lined up down the centre of the ring, and the total value of all this equipment equates to over £1.5 million. Quite phenomenal. There's less and less people working on the land. Higher output machinery with more sophistication has become necessary. The combine's fired up, has all the safety bleepers on the back as it reverses. Some of these headers can lift very, very high, and in some cases they've got level in the header that you can actually operate manually. And in some cases where a combine can go into the field and you can lift the header up enough to just get it over the gate post. But in most cases the header has to come off. You see underneath this little rods and chains hanging down, these these are sensors that, so the combine can tell the ground contours and it can automatically level to suit the ground contours.
I'll go on the door. If you think.
Combines fitted with cap spreader on the back as well. Swung his steps round to the front of the tracks just to reduce his width for getting out the gate. The old 10-foot gates, even with the header off, wouldn't suffice nowadays. These combines are up to about 11.5 feet without the header on. So, there it goes, manoeuvring very well. So, big round of applause for all our machinery dealers, machinery operators and local farmers who supply all this stuff, all the contractors. Thank you very much. Wonderful display.